Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Rambling Ray. This is going to be the YouTube series where I just talk about whatever is on my mind at the moment. So, there's three things I want to talk about today, and I'm just going to jump right into them. The first thing I want to talk about, the first thing that's kind of the most important to me right now is Twice finally getting their individual Instagram accounts. This is taking so long. I think I saw a tweet that they're the last Gen 3 girl group or just K-pop group to get their individual Instagram accounts. So it's been a long time. But I am so excited for this. When I got the notification that they had their own Instagram accounts, I was just so excited and so happy. I felt like I was gonna cry. I was just so happy, and this is so exciting. This is so exciting. I hope we get to because having a having a shared Instagram account versus a individual private account is such a different experience. So I hope we really are able to see different sides of the members that they wouldn't share on the group Instagram. So this is very, very exciting, and I'm excited to see Chaeyoung. Chaeyoung is my bias, and I'm so excited to see what she posts. I hope we get to see more of her art. That's one thing that I'm very, very excited and looking forward to. And I'm also excited to see Chewy. I don't know. She's like my bias. She's like my bias wreck. She's wrecked me so hard, and I'm just so excited to see what she does as well, because she's kind of quiet, like Mina type, but she doesn't really talk a lot. But I'm excited to see what she does. It's just all the members. I'm very excited to see what goes on and whatever they're gonna post. It's so fun and so exciting. And Twice has just been giving us so much content this year. They've literally done so much this year, and they continue to give us stuff, and it's so much fun. It's just so good to be a Twice fan. And we have they put those dates. We have some dates coming up next month, and I think the following month after that. So man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Twice world, a lot of stuff to be happy about and excited about, and it's just so fun. I'm so excited for this Instagram account, which is it's funny because it's just an Instagram account. Why is all the onces so excited and ecstatic? It's just because we get to see the girls again. We just get to see them in another light, and I'm so excited. We get that with the bubble, but Instagram, it's for everyone to see, so it's exciting. I think that the possibility of getting Instagram lives, it's just gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and just to see them interacting with each other's posts and stuff. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and just little tidbits of more just Twice content that we could get, and that's always a lot of fun. So yeah, it's such a small thing, you think, but it's such a big thing as well. It's funny. It's very funny, but it's very exciting as well. I've said that 1,000 times. I think I'm going to continue saying exciting throughout this video. But yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to say about this. I'm so happy to be a once, and I hope to see what they have in the future with their Instagram accounts. The next thing I want to talk about, number 2, is that let's give some backstory. So around, I think Sunday, there is a rumor I saw on Twitter about Silent Hill 2. This is that Silent Hill 2 is going to be the main topic for topic 2. So there was some rumors about Silent Hill 2 being remade, remake, which is kind of it was just from I want to say a random Twitter account, because I think they had some clout and some they're reputable, I guess you can say. But yeah, it was kind of just it was just kind of thrown out there. No, obviously nothing from Konami or anything or any big sources. So it's just kind of okay, whatever, sure, maybe someone knows something, but it's not proven, it's not said anything, but still, it's kind of we'll see. I was I'll see it. When I see it, I'll believe it. So that was the thing. And then Monday, there was reports, and there is an article written from Video Game Chronicle about Silent Hill. So from the video game chronicles sources, there is reports that Konami is planning 3 Silent Hill titles. And that's going to be a Silent Hill 2 remake developed by Blooper Team, a smaller Silent Hill title by Annapurna Interactive. So it's going to be like that's going to be episodic short stories, and then there's going to be a new mainline Silent Hill game. So that's a lot of Silent Hill that we're supposed to be getting. I'm assuming I'm not expecting anything this year, so probably maybe 2 years, maybe even we'll probably hear something. Maybe next year we'll hear something like a formal announcement, and then the following year will come out. But yeah, so there is apparently Konami is planning 3 Silent Hill titles, which is very interesting, and it's I don't know how I feel about it, because obviously the Silent Hill franchise is very infamous now. It started off very positive, it was very it wasn't like a blockbuster game. It wasn't selling out like crazy, but it was very highly rated, and it was very had a cult following and a very positive following. And then there was the movies that came along with it as well, and I think that's kind of where a lot of people say Silent Hill 2 kind of messed up the whole franchise, because it was so good that they just kind of kept on taking from Silent Hill 2, and then they just made mistakes with the sequels and everything following that. But Silent Hill 2 is like, I think what most people think about when they think of Silent Hill, because of Pyramid Head and the nurses and everything, which is kind of weird, because the Pyramid Head and the nurses are supposed to be just in Silent Hill 2, because that's James' whole world. That's James' Silent Hill. That's his I don't know, his like subconscious, I guess you can say. So it's kind of like they kind of messed it up, because they made it like the following Silent Hill, the Pyramid Head and the nurses were like the prominent thing, which it kind of messed up everything, because it became more of just like, you know what I mean? It was supposed to be just for Silent Hill 2. That was his world, and those were his like monsters that he had to fight. So that kind of messed up everything for the Silent Hill franchise. So a Silent Hill 2 remake I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, because as we saw with the Silent Hill 2 HD collection in like 2011 or something, when it came to Xbox and everything, that was done very bad, because Konami lost the source code. Konami wasn't in like good contact, I guess, with the voice actors, and I think there was something with the music as well. I think like they somehow lost music or something. There was something with the music, or maybe the composer, they weren't friends with the composer anymore. They were in a good rapport. I forgot his name. I'll put it on the screen right here. But yeah, there was a lot of problems with the Silent Hill 2 HD collection, and just even gameplay wise, it didn't look good as well. Because it was Silent Hill 2 specifically made for the PlayStation 2. It was built around the PlayStation 2, so it was hard to like just transferring that, especially because they didn't have the source code. Transferring that to modern consoles at the time was hard, and it really ruined everything that like the Silent 2 was. I mean, that the PlayStation 2 was really good at. So that was the problem. So the HD collection was a flop, specifically for Silent Hill 2, which is, I would say, the main game in the franchise. So a Silent Hill 2 remake developed by Blooper Team is kind of just like, I don't even know. Is that just gonna be HD collection part 2? I don't know. I don't think that, obviously they still don't have the source code. I don't think they still have the music, and then the voice actors aren't gonna be the same. So it's just like, why? It's one of those things where it's like I said, Silent Hill 2 is like the staple of the franchise, so it's like it makes sense, like business wise, I guess, and like, yeah, I guess business wise it makes sense to try to do a remake, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to do it as well as the original stands, so yeah, it's very mixed feelings for me. I don't really know how I feel about that. I kind of just wish they didn't. I wish they just kind of left it. But I guess, we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know much about Blooper Team. I had a friend. He said they're just okay. They're not like amazing, but they're just okay. So no offense to them. I hope they do well. Obviously, I hope they do really well. I'm not praying on their downfall. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll see. And then for the smaller Silent Hill title by Annapurna Interactive, I don't know them. But that's supposed to be like the episodic short story, so I guess like kind of like the Telltale's Walking Dead, that type of stuff. I think that can be kind of good, depending how it's handled. I think that could be very interesting. Again, I don't really have no real take on it. I don't know the company developing it, so yeah, I don't really know the developers, so I don't really have a take on it. But I think that as long as we're getting, it doesn't say a new title, so it's very interesting. I don't know if that's just gonna be like, I don't know, are they gonna just like retell a Silent Hill story that they've already told, or maybe just go into maybe like a side story that was kind of just hinted at. It's very, very like, and now it's obviously we don't know anything about it. But yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun, and I'm excited for that, I guess you can say. I think, yeah, I'm excited for new Silent Hill stuff, but I think the main thing, or not the main thing, but like the bigger thing I'm excited about is the new main Silent Hill game. That's really all we know about it so far. I really, really hope that this is like a revamp, a new start for the Silent Hill series, and that we could continue to get new games like Resident Evil. I really hope this is like the start of something new. I think it can be, 100% can be. It just depends on what Konami wants, really, I guess, and what they allow, and how much time they give developers, and all that jazz. So there is a lot of like there's a lot of hope in the new mainline series. I hope, like I said, I really hope they steer away from doing just the pyramid head and nurse stuff. I hope they steer away from that and they just do something new, something like that was Kojima was gonna do, just something completely different. Like I find it hard to believe that they can't do something like that. I 100% don't believe that they can 100% make something new, something original, and still call it Silent Hill and still have like the Silent Hill theme and everything about it. 100%. I really, really, really hope, and I hope it goes back to maybe like the Silent Hill 2 roots, where it is more psychological than just kind of like grotesque horror, I guess, violent horror, like shooting and stuff, like survivor horror. I hope it's more survivor than shooting and stuff like that. So I really hope it's psychological more than like the last games that we got, where they're more like, it steered away from that and it wasn't really that much. But yeah, I really hope that the new mainline game series sparks the Silent Hill revamp. The article mentions that the titles were planned to be revealed last year, but they I guess they just got cold feet and they weren't ready. And then there was some screenshots. I won't post them up because I think people have they post them on Twitter and they're getting taken down and stuff, so I won't show them. But there's some screenshots, and apparently that was supposed to be from like a teaser, like PT. So yeah, it's kind of just like up in the air right now. We don't know really anything, and I'm just excited as a Silent Hill 2 fan since high school. I really hope that this is something. I really hope this is something. I've been, I was so sad when the Kojima project got canceled, and the way everything went down was awful. And how they continue to do Silent Hill dirty with just pachinko machines and skateboards nowadays is just so bad. But like I said, I hope this is the revamp that the series desperately needs. If not, like, don't make it bad. If not, just leave it dead. Leave it dead. That's all I have to say about Silent Hill. And finally, for the last topic of the day, I will be talking about NBA basketball, because I've been kind of away from the NBA basketball lately. I haven't really talked about it. I didn't do the second round picks or anything. and now we have the conference finals. Starting today, we have the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat. And you know, I think before we go into the conference finals, I should probably just give my opinion about how I've been feeling about playoff basketball lately. It's been kind of it's been hit and miss for sure. It's definitely been fun, but it's definitely been boring at times. And I think that's maybe a little bit of my fault. I think I 100% overhyped some of the series, and I also think that some of the series just didn't live up to the hype. I'm looking at you, Suns and Mavs. Like that series was just kind of, it was always over in the third quarter. After the first half was always so close, and then we got to the third quarter and it just was boring. And it just, not boring, but it was boring because it just got blown out. It was over in the fourth. We already know who was gonna win. No team was doing a comeback. They maybe slightly, they maybe, but no. So yeah, that series was kind of boring. The Bucks series was kind of that's kind of the same thing with the third quarter. It's kind of a blowout. The Heat and the 76ers, that series was just kind of okay. I think both teams were kind of just like it was one of those things where it was just like the team didn't come to play. So it was kind of over in the first half as well. So that's how I felt. The only series that was very interesting was the Grizzlies and the Warriors. That had drama, that had back and forths, that had injuries, that had people getting technicals. That series was a lot of fun, and it came down to 7. So yeah, that game was a lot. That was a lot of fun, and that was, yeah, I really like that series a lot. So following for the conference finals, we're gonna have the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, and the Warriors and the Mavericks. So I think I'm just going to say it. I have Celtics and the Mavs going to the finals. Those are my picks. Yeah, new champions this year. I guess it would have been new champions for the Heat as well. But new champions. We're getting new champions this year. I think it's gonna be Mavs and the Celtics, and I really, really, really hope that's good. I think that would be a fun series. And I think the Mavs and the Warriors is going to be a really fun series, because the Warriors have been just kind of weird. They're just kind of like, I feels like they're not taking it serious, but then they are at the same time. I don't know. Game 6 Clay was amazing. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really hope that the conference finals are a lot better than what we got last time with the last round. So yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for these series to be entertaining and back and forth games, So the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat are playing tonight. And I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to Dodger baseball. That's, I guess we'll have a 4. It's very slight, but I've been watching a lot of Dodger baseball lately. It's a lot of fun. I've never been a baseball fan. It was never really in the household. So I started watching Dodgers around last year. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm learning baseball, so that's fun. It's always fun to learn something new. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this ramble series so far, episode 1. There's a lot of stuff I could have said, but I didn't write anything down. It's off the dome, and I just wanted to get it out there and put it out. So yeah, I'll see you on the next episode. Obviously no clue when that's gonna be. Next ramble video. I'm still in school, so the semester is winding down. So by the time this, eventually I'll start making YouTube videos again. I have series planned that I want to do, and other stuff that I want to try, and yeah. Alright, I will end it here. Links in the description. Check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram, follow twice on Instagram, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.